Here we go. The last testimony. Just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights, 3 of them. I thought I had just asked for help, but just when I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead though. She struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly the red lights went out and the whole area was dark. And just at that moment, there was a horrible scream. Right after that, Dahlia collapsed and I lost consciousness. A horrible These red lights, I thought you said you don't remember seeing them. I'm sorry. I thought I saw them, but then they disappeared all of a sudden. Huh. Things break, Wright. Even the best of theories. Who was it that stabbed Missy Faye? It looks like you still can't prove it. Maya's telling the truth this time, I know it. The rest is all up to me. Let's do this then. Well then, Mr. Wright. Proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness. Here we go. Man, this is gonna really hurt me. I'm gonna save the game though, because this is gonna be very super vital to not make any mistakes. Light shining in the dark. I don't think you can make a mistake about that. Yeah, you're right. I think I saw them, but I can't say for certain. And I can't tell you for sure they were coming from Mr. Godot's mask either. I don't get the feeling she's coming for him anymore, but just after that, you turned towards the lights to call for help. Isn't that because you thought the lights were coming from Mr. Godot's mask? Yeah, I guess so. But maybe that's why I saw it thinking at the time. Let me think right here. I can't remember at all. There's a person I couldn't identify in front of me. My life was seeing terrible at the time. There's no way she can remember the details of the scene perfectly. Alright then, let's continue with the testimony. What did you see when you saw the LED lights? I just thought I asked for help and now it was splattered with blood. That blood. Well, was it Dahlia's Hawthorne's blood? I think so. It was at that probably at that moment. I heard a soft scream that seemed to be close by. It was a woman's voice. So that was when the killer stabbed the victim from behind with the murder weapon. Is that right? Without a doubt, Maya was in the middle of a really dangerous situation. Anyway, the victim was stabbed by the murder weapon. What happened after that? Struck back at the enemy. She struck back? How did you know that? Well, you're right. I didn't see it exactly, but I could tell by the sounds of their breathing and movement, and also the smell of blood. You have witnessed more horror than any young lady should have ever have to in one life. So then what did you do at that point? I couldn't move. I could just barely make out their shadows moving in the dark, but I had no idea what to do. Could you still see the red lights that you mentioned earlier? Yes, I think so. But they were dark. They went out? Yes, suddenly I couldn't see them at all. What could it mean? As if the red lights are coming from Godot's mask, and they went out right in the middle of a fight. Maybe the mask was damaged, or maybe it was knocked off. Or maybe that the batteries ran out, right? Or maybe those literally pinheads-looking lights just stopped working. What could have really happened then? They're all thinking different theories. Horrible scream? What do you mean by just at that moment? Do you mean the moment when the red lights went out? Yes, that's right. The scream that you heard then, was it Dahlia Hawthorne? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was a man's voice. Whoa. Nani? So the killer came from the The scream came from the killer. What the? The killer scream? This is new? That's gotta be it. I think Dahlia Hawthorne must have taken out the blade and attacked the killer with it. And then the killer let out a scream of pain, huh? After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow. I guess. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems to make sense to me. It sounds like a reasonable deduction, but I still kind of wonder. There's a contradiction. I'm sorry to say this, but that interpretation would create an enormous contradiction. That makes sense. After all, my deductions are almost certainly never correct. Remember the testimony she gave before the killer let out a scream? Maya said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade and the staff had already been plunged into the victim. Is that right? She couldn't have struck back with the sword that was already stuck within her body. The weapon that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than the staff. If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer, Wright. There's only one thing I can think of that could have been used as the weapon here. If Dahlia Hawthorne had been stabbed by the back of the stab, let me save. I think I figured out what it was. I think I figured out the weapon. It's the knife. But could she have been used to strike back at the killer? The dagger. It doesn't match the victim's. It must have been Diego's. Naturally, the dagger the killer brought to the scene of the crime. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. This dagger was found in the crime scene stuck into a pine tree. Yes, that detective found that this morning and brought it to me. Dahlia Hawthorne struck back the killer with this. She managed to wound him as well.
Objection.
Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean he was wounded. For all we know, the blood on the dagger could have been from the victim. Yep, nope, no, this was scanned. Have you forgotten that the blood has already been tested? Oh, since we learned it wasn't from the victim's blood, it must have been the killer's blood. The killer must have had a wound somewhere in his body. So you're saying the blood on this dagger belongs to the killer? Exactly. A DNA analysis of the blood would prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. And yes, Mr. Godot, it would prove that it's your blood. Nice theory, Wright. Nice theory. Order the court! Is this the end? Have I done it? No, it's not yet. Not yet. Where is the wound? I think we have to figure out where the wound is. Maybe you won't be able to change the results of a scientific test. Huh. Let me ask you something, Mr. Wright. Let's just say that it turned out that I was the killer. Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that? What? Just think for a second. This dagger was found this morning by a detective and brought to me. And there was already blood on it, correct? But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom. Oh, yes? What does that prove? Well, if I really were the killer, I could have washed the blade off and planted it on another person's blood. That's a stretch, but okay. It can't be. In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, Wright. That blood, it doesn't belong to me. That's bullshit. Not a damn chance. Nani? In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. Alright then, witness. Continue your testimony. Wait a minute. What's the problem? I know I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in Nick's explanation, huh? Maya? What are you doing? This dagger. You said it wounded the killer. That's right. But if Mr. Godot had really been cut with the dagger, his clothes must have been bloody or have a rip in them, right? Maya? Maybe he just changed his clothes? That solved his contradiction pretty easily. What are you talking about? It's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder. Everyone was on the inner temple side that got trapped there. Wait, that's true.
Wait, that's right. And once the bridge was fixed, the police headed for the inner temple. Mr. Godot was already there, waiting for them.
He never had a chance to change his clothes. Ugh!
Order in the court. What the witness says is true.
Well, maybe he brought a change of clothes. There's a wound somewhere, but where? If it's not on his clothes, but where?
But no one could have predicted the lightning strike that shut down the bridge. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes?
Ugh. Did Judge take smart pills during the last recess? Well then maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed the murder. That way he wouldn't get any blood on them.
Objection.
That's impossible, Trite. You know how cold it is. It gets up there late at night.
Eh?
After a few minutes with no clothes on, you'll be frozen solid.
Ugh.
Huh. So that's all you've got? I knew you weren't tough enough to finish this.
Ugh.
Right now, if Mia Fey were here... she would have closed the book on this case already.
If Mia Fey were here?
So come on, Trite. Can you do it or not? How about it, Mr. Wright? You've accused Mr. Godot of being the killer. Can you prove it? Have you got even one piece of evidence?
The question isn't whether I can prove it or not. It's the fact is I have to prove it. That's the only chance I have. I was taught that it was one of the rules of being a lawyer. We don't give up to the bitter end. And I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition, just as you want it. Old music? First game music.
Huh, that's good. A fighter to the bitter end, Trite.
This first game music is throwback, baby.
And since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point, why don't we go for the unlimited penalty?
Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Godot? Because it doesn't matter to me. I've got one piece of evidence I need.
Give me a break. You got nothing, Trite.
So what do I do at a time like this? It's simple. I gotta think outside the box and approach this from a different angle.
Alright then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you've got.
Fuck, I'm gonna save real quick. This is the vital piece that will solve this case. There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded, and I was proven by the blood of the dagger.
But we decided it was impossible to hit in such a wound. Had been cut by a dagger, there should have been a blood stain on his clothing.
There was only one place. A place that the killer could have hidden his wound.
What did you just say?
Hidden? There's only one place that he would hide it. This is it. My last stand. Let's say if Dahlia struck back and he screamed. Where would she strike? I need to think about this from a different angle. My last stand. I don't need to think about why there were no bloodstains on his clothing. I need to show how he hid the wound.
It's the end of the line, the final stop, Trite. Let's hear what you've got. Where's this location you see the killer hid his wound?
Oh my god. This is it. The final striking act that we could finally finish this once and for all. But... oh my god. If I have to say this correctly, out of all the other things that I've been thinking of right now, where the vital piece of information now lies within itself. The mask. I feel it's that. That is the only way that you would hide the wound.
Huh. I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to know. What do I do know is that you'll never be the half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right, Trite?
Huh. Is that an aura?
What was that just now?
Mia?
It can't be. You're living on through him?
Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. Oh my god!
It's beneath your mask!
That was cool. During the fight, the red lights given off the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right. Your mask went off flying. Off your face! Mr. Godot. Would you mind removing your mask? If you had a dagger wound somewhere under there. Yeah, I say this whole case is solved. No! That's it. Finally did it. The last damning piece of evidence. Man,
just now, I saw her spirit in you. I never liked you. 6 years ago, you helped a woman put me to sleep by hiding a bottle of poison. And then, while I was sleeping, you let Mia die.
Man.
But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I can never forgive you. That's what I thought.
Mr. Godot.
But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never forgive, in my heart to forgive, was me. You yourself. I was the one that failed to protect Mia. Mia, no one else. And I avert my eyes from the truth to escape from the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head on. So I just ran. I hid behind a mask and threw away my true name. That sounds like Persona 5. I couldn't even deal with a defense attorney anymore, so I quit.
But you say Maya.
Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now anyway.
What do you mean?
Are you listening, Maya? If I really wanted to save you, then there's one person I should have gone to talk to right away.
Who would that be? Phoenix, right? Are you talking about Nick?
But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother. I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason?
No, why?
I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all.
Huh?
I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul. And I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia, nothing more. That's why I let you walk into a situation that it was dangerous. So please forgive me.
You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya.
Was it really for Maya's sake? Even if I'm not really sure. What do you mean by that? That night, in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette.
Dahlia Hawthorne's silhouette.
Part of me must have known the truth.
She was ready to do it, and he was right behind her the whole time.
Truth, that wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Misty Faye, or even that little girl. I still pick up the blade. It was like I was dreaming. And boom, boom, boom. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. Was it really motivated by that pure desire to protect Maya Fey? Or was it something else? You didn't want to let Dahlia Hawthorne get her way? Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge? And now, I don't even know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however. I finally realized I was the arrogant one. And I was chasing an illusion fantasy. Well, you could say that. That stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the only one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death, and instead you picked up where she left off. I was a true defender of the people. Man, that was cool, and in that moment, I understood everything.
Mr. Godot.
I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando.
Mr. Armando, I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me.
The blood flowing, tears in his mask. Thanks.
Your wound, it's bleeding.
Huh. Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my tears. Tears? Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment.
Mr. Armando?
You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry, when it's all over. This time, it really is all over, isn't it? Defendant.
Yes, Your Honor.
Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the bloody body in the crime scene is a serious offense in itself.
I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I was willingly cooperated anyway.
Very well then. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say?
Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright.
Oh?
I wanted to apologize to you.
Apologize to me? For what?
For the case 5 years ago, of course. The Killer X Sting, Phoenix Wright's debut.
I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover?
Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it, that she was going to do it. She was planning to kill me. It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other.
Huh?
Huh? Wait, what do you mean? You and I, my sister. You only met twice.
Huh? Met twice? We only met twice?
The first time you met was on that fateful day. The day she pointed Mr. Armand in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. Next time you met was 8 months later.
Wait, but didn't he kept talking to her every single day?
You met her again the day she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed.
No way.
It can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were... for those 8 months. A woman that you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister. Huh? It wasn't Dahlia? I hope one day you can forgive me, Feeny. Wait, what? Did you swap? Wait, did you swap? Hold on a second. Did you swap during those after that first incident? You mean? That's right. I lied to you for 8 months.
But why? Why would you do such a thing?
Ever since she gave me the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and their surveillance, she couldn't move about freely. So that's why my sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst. Prepared for the worst? She thought you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she's always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice. You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you? She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance. And that's why... You came to me? You came to get the auto pendant back from me in the first place? But I couldn't get you to give it back. I failed at something even simple as that. 8 months have passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. And finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that had ever happened. That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime. And she would confer with you. I think she must have noticed. Notice what? My feelings for you. They were real, huh? If I had found that she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Even meant her life. Or mine. Iris. After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings towards you they've changed. I have something to say to you, too. Yes? You really are the person I'd always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you. Man! What a fucking great case, man! The writing is so good! What the fuck, man? Holy shit, the writing was so good! No, I'm not actually crying, I'm just like shocked right now how good the fucking case is. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit, bro. That is so messed up. Man. Long term fucking she knew for 8 months. And they had to switch afterwards. How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I'll tell you though. Right now, this one here is the greatest cup I've ever had. Don't you think so, Phoenix Wright? He's drinking coffee too. Yeah, I think you're right. The purpose of this trial is to rule the murder on the victim, Elise Dukes and him. By some point, I expect you to be tried for your role as accomplice in this case. I understand, Your Honor. Very well then. On the charge of the murder, I find the defendant. Here we go, here we go. Is it time to cheer? Not guilty. Wait, we're not celebrating? Court is now adjourned. Wait, we're not celebrating? Wait, where's the confetti, the celebration, the clapping? No clapping, I guess? Okay. Okay, then. So I guess it's all over, huh? The way everything just ended Was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by her own hand. Of course justice was served. Mia. Mamma Mia! Proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant. But I couldn't save our Mr. Armando, the man who cared deeply for you. You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him only in the only way possible. You mean with that verdict? I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You are as good out there today as any defense attorney you could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me. Mia, you accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal. Thank you. Mia, I'm sure we'll meet again. Someday, Phoenix. I've handled a lot of cases and seen a lot of things. But along this journey, I found myself asking just this one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer. Nick, Maya, I guess it's just like as my sister said. Mia, what did she say? That night, when I handled Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Phoenix will save everyone in the end. But, come on, cut it out with that gloomy face. Can't you see me, sis? I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you've done for us, Nick. Fucking A, man. Maya. How could you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother happen. Youch! Francisca! Still as softly as always, Phoenix, right?
Excellent work. Excellent work, Wright.
Huh?
Sandra, when did you get back?
Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edgar and Francisca have actually been helping me. Helping you? The first part of the trial. If these two hadn't been there on the first day of the trial, the defense wouldn't have gotten anywhere. Wow. Well, where were you, Nick? I heard he fell into a river and caught a nasty cold, which forced him to sleep all day.
Yes, and he laid bare and shivering from his fever with Iris's hood pulled over his head.
Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. And what were we thinking at the time, running into a bridge? Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you too, Francisca.
I don't suppose.
Larry Butts. There's room for me in this group hug, is there? Oh, Larry. What's with the longer usual face? I just realized something when I was reborn. I realized that Larry was never any of use to anyone, not even once. That's not true, right, Nick? Okay, you know what? The flying sketch, that really helped me. Nani? You're asking me? Well, Nick, is it true? I got a place in this world, right? Yeah, of course. I knew it. Everyone would be better off if I were gone for good. No. Yeah. Those portraits you painted, they were really good. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Nani? Me?
Why are you making that face, huh, Edgy?
Well, yes, indeed. I can't certainly say they lack resemblance.
Do you really mean it? What about you, Francie? Did I draw you well, too? Yeah! My beauty cannot be possibly captured by a mere crayon. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and so that's worth something, I guess. So then you'll do it, like you promised? You're going to model for my next picture book, Fransie's Whippany Trip. Don't get carried away. Alright, Sen. Well, how about that? I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at. That painting of Pearl was pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Huh?
Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around anywhere.
Pearls, where'd she have gone? Normally she would be making a beeline for Maya. Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back. Hey, Pearly.
Right. You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled. I suspect you're wondering about how Maya can be so cheerful despite all this has happened.
Yeah. To be honest, I can't understand it either. Francisca. That's right, she lost her father fairly recently as well.
I think I understand how she feels. Maya's much more wiser person than she appears. I think she realizes something. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can.
What do you mean by now is exactly the time?
Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt more deeply than she. I believe that's for that person that Maya's trying her best not to cry.
Someone was hurt more deeply than Maya? Edgeworth, I think I'm finally starting to understand, too. Ow. Tell me, Phoenix, Wright, who was Maya being strong for? For Pearly. Pearl Faye? Poor kid, after all. She was being used. The reason that she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan. It's all for the good of the Faye clan. I'm sure she believed in every last word. She thought that she was doing it for Maya, but that's why she was so happy. It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya. Every step of the way. Man, that poor girl has been used for so much,
It was a cruel irony that it led to her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Faye's mother was killed, and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable. And that's exactly why Maya is putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearl's sake, until she can see her smile again.
What up? Oh yeah, what up guys? So this is where y'all were. Oh, looks like we got quite the bunch here today. Youch! What the hell was that for, sir?
I'm sorry about that, Scruffy. My whip just seems to have a mind of its own today. What's up, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win. Let's go off tonight, pal. Dinner's on me. My salary just kinda gone down by a tiny weeny bit, but it's alright now. I made reservations at a first-class French restaurant tonight. Ugh.
Pretty good work, Scruffy. That whip of yours was your reward. Detective Gumshoe, you said a first-class French restaurant. You don't mean...
Trust me in. Where else?
I knew it.
We're fucking doomed. Come on, let's go, everyone. Can't eat Maggie waiting, pal. Hey, you, Crybaby, you're invited too.
Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the Loser's Shack eating potatoes. You know, Maya's taking an awfully long time to get back. She's still out looking for pearls. Oh, Maya, what's wrong? Nick, what do I do? Pearly, I can't find her anywhere. Huh?
I'll bet she went back to her home, that's all.
I thought so too, so I called the village. But no one has heard from her. This has never happened before.
As I figured, she has been badly hurt by this incident.
She feels responsible
For the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya.
But none of this was her fault. What should I do? Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah, what is it, pal?
Could you guys go on ahead?
But what about you?
Maya and I will Well, join you guys once you really find pearls. Nick. Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. We may have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, but I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah, but you're the...
Very well, Phoenix, Wright. We'll go on ahead.
Don't keep us waiting, Wright.
We won't. But where should we look? Where could Pearlie have gone? Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that pearls might have gone to. And, Hazakura Temple. For pearls, I bet this is a very important place for her. After all, this is where the whole incident started.
Oh, what's this? Oh, you're all back again so soon.
Sister Bikini? Sister Bikini?
I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight.
So she's here? Pearlie's here?
She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her?
Okay. Pearlie's not here. Maya, the hanging scroll. It's clean. Someone cleaned it off. It's gotta be pearls. Mystic Maya. Pearlie? Why? Why did you just leave like that? Mystic Maya. Mystic Maya! I swear I never ever troubled the two of you ever again. Because it's all my fault that Mystic Maya's mother. That's why you came here. It's the least I could do to pray for your happiness. You don't have to do that, Pearlie. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course, I'm sad that my mother's gone. But, how do I say this? I'm still happy. You don't have to lie to make me just feel better. No, really. It's true. You're the only reason I'm still here at all. Is thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mother, Sir Armando, Nick, and you. Even if even if one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't be alive right now. That's why I have to be strong. For all the people that were there for me when I needed them, that's all I can really do. Mystic Maya.
I'm more impressed you truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty.
Sister Bikini.
Your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night.
After dishonoring the good of the name Crane, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya's always in my thoughts. It's true. She'll always be with me. Until the day I die.
Your spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she has no regrets.
She'll always be with me until the day I die, huh? There's a rule or something that all masters are to follow, isn't there? To never take the charm off until the day you die. That's the master's talisman. The thing that Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important, rather it was the contents.
That's...
Oh! A photo? Mother. It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. Well, it makes us humans that we fight for others. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of what human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question. Aww. Even when the battle is over, and the bonds that connect us are severed, we always return, time and time again. Mia, Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armando, and Maya's mother, too. I learned that from all of them. Man, this is a masterpiece of a fucking trilogy, by the way. Well, shall we get going? Everyone is waiting. This is a day to remember. A day when we put a lot of things that were finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what we've overcome today. But I still can't.
Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to make a brand new start too. Sister Bikini, I'll be back for some more training, I promise. I know I won't go easy just on you just because you're the future master. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for 3 when you come back. Whoa! Alright, we're going to have a great feast today, Pearly. You know why? Because their training is a battle of endurance. Okay, Mystic Maya, I'm ready to eat lots and lots of food tonight. You know, there's one thing I don't get, and probably don't want to, but... What is it, Nick? Reservation for training is fine and all. Why for 3? Come on, why do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Next time you can train alongside us. Huh? I'll be waiting for you. Sister Bikini will take special care of you. Huh? Wait, why do I gotta join training? It'd be great, Nick. We're going to do this the special course naturally. Huh? That's a great idea after all, Mr. Nick. You'd do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk on hot coals, right? We'll have a nice big meal before we come next time, right, Nick? You know, I was wondering if I could just say just one little thing. Sure, of course you can. Is he gonna say what I think he's gonna say? Oh, I love this part. I can't wait for you to hear it. I'm getting goosebumps too. Well, then, here goes nothing. Objection! Hell yeah. What a fucking great game. Hell fucking yeah. I really have to work extra hard now. Master Crane and the office manager Wright and co-law offices. And I have to be as good as a big sister to Pearl and Lee and Nick too, as long as I am not locked up or captured or something like that. Alright, I'm gonna like take off the mic a bit, so I can like recover how much of a masterpiece this is after these So it's true, Mr. Nick really is a knight in shining armor. We went through the special course all the way to the end. Actually, I heard there's a legendary extra special ultra course here too. I think I'll surprise the 2 of them by making them a secret reservation. Damn, we've completed the 3rd game of the Phoenix Wright series, if we count the Grace Ace Attorney Chronicles. Then that's 5.
Maggie bought me a brand new coat as a present, pal. I feel 10 years younger and I will never take it off.
Yes, but somehow you don't seem the same. I guess the dirty, shabby old overcoat is just more like detective-like, sir.
Don't worry about it. In the name of love, a man will soil himself silly.
Yeah. The next game we're gonna be playing is Ace Attorney Investigations. Mr. Wright, I am once again in your debt. Thanks to you, the Treasures of Crane exhibit was a great success. I even got to see Miss Von Karma, who I hadn't seen for almost a year. She taught me how to use a whip and said I must show you what I've learned. Ron, Destiny and I started a company called Master Mass Console. Oh, the fucking second Kate. We're dedicated to stopping the evil plans of the criminals and saying, our motto is cut it out, please! Pretty cute, huh? Well, we also got to sell plans to the criminals as a side kind of business. I wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think maybe we're the worst criminals. Okay, I'm gonna stop voicing unless there's like important voices, but yeah, this game is incredible. You guys should definitely play it. It's probably one of the best games you'll ever fucking play. Especially for like light novel-ish. And it's fucking like insane. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this game as much as I did. Because the next game is Ace Attorney Chronicles. No, Ace Attorney Investigations. Miles Edgeworth. And yeah, I haven't bought it yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy it. And after those 2 games of the Ace Attorney Investigations, we're gonna be playing the Apollo Justice trilogy, involving Apollo Justice, Dual Destinies, and Spirit of Justice. And those are the last 3 games of the series. It's pretty fucking insane, like how much of the game really turned out, to be honest. Probably one of the better light novel games I've ever played this year. All because I really wanted to finish the game, no matter what. So, hell yeah. Thanks to that. I recently learned about the Danganronpa series being so similar to this game, Inspiration. Even though I played Danganronpa first. I knew I wanted to try Phoenix Wright. But I wanted to do it my own way. I wanted to do it voiced. If I just play it with no voice... Oh, you've turned into such a respectful man and Feeny. It was so sweet of you and everyone else to come visit me here on the other day. Of course I was happy that you constantly had your eyes on me, but... I felt that kind of bad when in one little slap you got a nosebleed. But I will say, this... Objection! But yeah, this game... I hope a lot of people do play this. Objection! And yeah, I do want to figure out that if this game is really gonna help me in the long term, I just really hope that it'll be worth it, you know? I don't expect much views coming out from this game, but I will do anything at all costs to play this game no matter what.
Objection!
But yeah, I love mystery solving games. I like having to think because mysteries do intrigue me. The last mystery game I literally played was literally fucking, the damn Raincoat game. And nobody plays the Raincoat game. Oh no, Wendy, old bag! Ah, get away from me! Oh no. I don't feel bad for Edgeworth, but oh no, Edgeworth, no! I'm so exhausted. I'm literally recording this in midnight and I'm like fucking exhausted from voicing, but holy shit. And yeah, I'm gonna have to finish the anime. I have at least 4 to 3 episodes left of the anime. So I'm actually curious how the anime turns out compared towards the video games, so we'll see. Because the anime is actually fun. It's stupid, but it's fun. Oh, look at that. And also, look at that. Thank you guys for supporting my Phoenix Wright series. And I hope to see you guys all again once you complete the next series. Because I think it's finally time that we get to play Ace Attorney Investigations next. I'll see you guys all next time.